How are we doing, everyone? My name is Michael Warden. I am the Lego Guy on YouTube. And, if you see the title of this video, I gotta tell you, it's true. I'm not rage baiting you. I'm not being funny. I'm not being silly. I almost died. And I've wanted to make a video to share this story with you guys because when this happened to me, I was just I don't know what to say to this, but I want to make this video to share what happened, what was the cause of me almost dying. And I can't believe even myself that when I'm sitting here and I'm saying this, like, it's the truth. Because when I tell people what I went through, they're like, what? Some people are in shock. And I am blessed to be still above ground. I'm happy to still be alive. And I just want to share what happened. So the week before, quick little context. So I, as of right now, work for a contracted company with a major, well-known energy company in the state that I live in. I work for a company that's got a contract with them. I do what they call smart meter installations, and that's my job as of right now. As I say that with pure confidence, hoping that something like this right here would be my full-time job because I can be my own boss and everything else. And the week before 4th of July, they made it to where we had to work 4 10-hour days, yet we still get our holiday pay. And on that week, on Thursday, the last day of the week, what we do before we start work in the morning, we do what this thing called is, it's called the tailgate. Basically, talk and discuss about things, safety, work related safety. They only touched up once on health related safety. What kind of decisions are you going to make, for your health and blah 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 and all that kind of stuff. And that Thursday morning, before my 4th of July break, I was sitting in the room during the tailgate, and all of a sudden my chest started to hurt, my back started to hurt, my arm started to hurt, and I was just chucking it up to just muscle strain, muscle pain, strain. My job is repetitive. I do the same thing over and over again, and I thought it's nothing. It's coming. It came and it's gonna go. And I think it's nothing. It's not that big of a deal. So, and of course, we get down to the tailgate, and of course, there's some stuff I had to do at the shop because my job is not primarily at the shop. My job is primarily in neighborhoods and stuff, trying to get these meters installed. And I'm just hanging around. Of course, it's nice and it's warm, and of course, the heat's like helping me out. Making my chest and my back and my shoulders feel good. My shoulder feel better. This is all on my right side, by the way. And, I'm feeling better. I'm like, all right, I don't know what's going on. It's just muscle strain. It's nothing serious. Worked through the whole day. I'm good. I'm fine. And then we get, down the end of the day, enjoying my day or whatever. Friday, my first day off, right? Happy, woohoo, get up. Enjoy the day as a normal day, as my day off. Get up, get coffee, breakfast, do stuff on my day off. Nothing. Cool. Perfect, right? And nothing happened, right? Well, Saturday morning, 4th of July, I'm up playing video games, and I'm up in the early morning, and I'm about to go to bed. Go to bed, and all of a sudden, that same exact feeling comes back. Chest right here, pain, chest pain right here, back pain. It's in the arms. It's kind of in the head. And I'm like, what the heck? So it's lingering there. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared, right? So I got this feeling in my heart that maybe I should say something. Maybe I'm overreacting. I go and I talk to my parents. Now, my dad's a trooper. My dad, he's the kind of guy that will say, let's say you accidentally hit your arm. Ow, I got this mark in my arm, right? You got this mark on your arm. And you get this little bruise. And if you were to go up to my dad would be that kind of guy that you'd ask my dad, or, I got a bruise. Should I go to the hospital for this? He'd be like, look, he goes, let's not go to the hospital for a bruise right away. Let's give it a couple days. Let's let your body work itself, okay? Let's see if that bruise becomes like a weird infection and that starts spreading to other parts of your arm, maybe you then should go to the hospital. But if it heals within a couple days, then you saved yourself a hospital bill. So I go with my parents. I want to talk to them, thinking, am I overreacting? Am I, So both my parents wake up. I still live at home. This is, yes, the parents' basement, the basement of my parents' home. And of course, both my parents get up and they we're Googling stuff. We all turn to Dr. Google about anything. Oh, I got a headache. And then Dr. Google tells you, well, you have, the next 5 days to live, and we're Googling things and stuff like that. And it said, if you get pain in your right side, it could be something like that. But, if you get pain in your left side, it could be this or something. But yet again, we don't, I don't know, So I'm sitting there and I'm like, maybe it's time to talk about, or maybe it's time to call an ambulance, have them come and look at me. Just look at me, right? Maybe they can figure something out here. If they figure out something here and they chalk it up to just muscle pain and strain, then I'm good. Then my body's going to heal and just, take care of it. So, of course, we go through the whole process and whatever. And we call them, they come in, and when they come in, I tell them my whole story. I'm like, yeah, they're like, well, it has been hot, which for us in New York State, it has been warm. And I told them, I'm like, the company harps on us and tells us, look, take your time, take breaks, drink water, which I was drinking Gatorade water and all that. Well, I told them, I'm like, can you guys figure something out? And they're like, no, we really can't figure stuff out, but if we bring you to the hospital, we can, they can take, they can draw some blood, do some blood work, see what's going on, but we really can't figure anything out. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, and they're like, well, so what's your decision? And I'm like, maybe it just felt right just to go. Just felt right just to go to the hospital. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to go to the hospital. I'm probably overreacting. I'm super nervous. I'm probably overreacting. Nothing serious. They're going to say, Mike, you just got some strain in your chest and your shoulder. You're fine. Just, we'll give you a prescription for some pain meds. Take it easy, all right? It's the holiday. So I get in there, go through the whole triage of everything. And of course, when I'm in the ambulance, they're asking me 50 questions. When's the last time you did this? What was the name of your pet and all that kind of stuff. And they in the ambulance, they put what's called an EKG on my chest, right? They put it on there. And they're running it, and they're running the test. I'm like, oh, it looks good. The test was coming back great. Like, there's nothing wrong with your heart, nothing wrong with your chest. And I'm like, perfect. This is going to be a smooth, a couple hour ER visit out the, and discharge me out the door. I go, and I get to enjoy my holiday. Well, they pulled some blood, and I'm sitting there waiting. And all of a sudden the doctor comes in, and I'm just ready to hear, yeah, you're good to go. Well, he goes, Mr. Warden, he goes, you tested positive for your heart enzymes, or the better known chemical is called troponin, TROPIN, I think. So if any of you guys are curious, look that up. Troponin is a heart hormone or enzyme that your body produces that's telling you that tells your body, hey, I'm in trouble. And that tested positive on my heart. And I'm like, what? And they're like, we got you admitted. The cardiologist wants you staying in the hospital for 1 day. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm so upset. I'm like, no, I don't want to be in here. I'm like, please. I'm like, it's the 4th of July. Please, I want to go out and enjoy the holiday with my family. I'm like, no. They're like, well, tough luck. And of course, as I'm saying this guy has to stay here because he works at the hospital. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm complaining to someone who has to work here. I'm like, I felt so stupid. But at the end of the day, I was high emotion, I was like, what the heck? You know? I'm like, geez. And so I'm like, okay. And so I'm just hoping and thinking that something will change, something will come up. I'm just praying, just hoping that something will happen, something will be fixed, you know. So the cardiologist comes in, and he goes, hi. He goes, I'm the doctor. He goes, I'm going to be, looking over you and looking over your case. And I'm like, all right. He goes, so what's going on? What's the situation? I go, I repeated the whole same story. He goes, all right. He goes, so it could be a few things. He goes, what could it be is what it could be, and it will very minimize your situation, is that it could be this heart virus or something like that he goes, of course, in the conversation, we just got back from Florida a couple weeks ago. He goes, when you went to Florida and Walt Disney World, where it's a high traffic area, you could have picked up this weird heart virus. And I didn't know what he meant by it. This heart virus causes this swelling or like infection around your heart. He goes, you could have picked that up. He goes, if that's the case, then we would just spot it through what they call cardiac catheterization, spot it, and then give you a script for medicine, send you on your way. And I'm like, well, okay. And I kind of begged him, but I used a very strong, compelling point, which helped push this process so much more. I told him, I'm like, look, I haven't had anything to eat in the next 8 to 12 hours. I'm like, look, can we get this thing pushed so that we can figure things out? And because he was talking about doing this procedure on Monday. And I'm like, please, can we do something like now? And he kind of leaves, and he kind of walks away, and I think I got the gears rolling in his head. So we're sitting there, and I'm just like, man, this sucks. We talked to some other doctors about what's going on. So the cardiologist comes back, and he goes, here's the deal. He goes, I got my team coming in right now. We're gonna get this procedure pushed through so that we can get things figured out for you. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yes. And I'm thinking, after this procedure, then on my way I go. Sweet, right? So sitting there waiting, pharmacy, people are coming in asking me questions. What pharmacy to use? Whatever, blah 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 blah. So the anesthesiast comes in, grabs me, and he's all right. He goes, all right, we're gonna start working on you, and push me to this into this heart operating room. Super cool, and push me in there, and there's this big huge TV screen hanging up in the middle of the room. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, this is cool. I mean, 10 out of 10 would not recommend this situation. I wouldn't, I would try to stay away from something like that as far as you can with being a healthy person, working out, eating healthy. But I'm like, whoa, this is cool, So I'm laying there. They get me all dressed up to work and stuff like that. Laying there, and eventually I see them, they prick my arm and stuff, and I'm laying there, and then the TV that they use to watch their operation is to my left. So I'm laying there and I look and I'm like, I wonder if he's got the catheter going, And I look and I see this little thing and I see this thing pumping on the screen and I see this little thing in there and I'm like, he's got the catheter working. I'm like, oh my dear God. And I don't even feel him. I'm like, wow, this is cool. I don't even feel that catheter inside of me. I'm like, wow. I thought it was the most neatest thing in the world. I'm like, this is cool. This is freaking cool, right? So they're still going in there and they're still doing things and I'm trying to watch, but there's machines, being pushed all over me. I wasn't asleep, by the way. I was not asleep for this whole thing at all. They actually gave me something to calm me down, just to relax me very greatly. But I didn't really go to sleep. So they get the procedure done and they start pushing me into the room I'm staying in. And as I'm being pushed, I see my parents come in. And the doctor straight up told my family who was with me that I had a 90% blockage in my heart. 90 to 95% blockage in my heart. And I was pretty much having a heart attack. Which, to hear something like that, because it blows my mind, right? It blows my mind. I'm like I don't know how else to process that piece of information. If I would have never said anything and just self-diagnosed myself to think it was just muscle strain, I don't know what would have happened, And I tell people, I had a heart attack. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. That's what the doctor said, And it's scary. And the thing of it is I eat healthy. I sleep well. I take care of I take care of myself. I don't eat junk all the time. I eat salad. I eat fruit. I eat veggies. And I'm like, well, what? I've been eating hamburgers for the past couple of weeks before this, but not heavily. Not like I'm eating McDonald's every day or Burger King. I don't eat fast food all the time. I'm not like that. And so I'm confused. And they were asking me, do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you do anything of that kind of nature? And I'm like, no. And so what they come to really figure out is that because you live such a healthy lifestyle, and they saw in all my charts and my blood work and the numbers that I do live a healthy lifestyle, they're like, we're just chucking it up to the fact that it's genetics. I'm 33 years old, and people are like, you're 33 years old. That's young for having a procedure like that. Now here I am sitting here with a stent in my heart. And to this day, I am happy to be alive. And look, if you are sitting here watching this, please, please, please do what you can to get things figured out and checked out. Please, please, please. If you live, if you're going to be honest with yourself and you know that you live a very unhealthy lifestyle, please make those changes so that you are not in that situation. Because it's a scary situation. Once you start feeling it don't feel good. Trust me, it's not fun. It doesn't feel fun. It's not fun. And please check yourself out. Please, if you feel something, say something. They say the earliest detection is the best detection, no matter what it is. If it's cancer-like or chest pain. I know. I don't know. When should you be screaming for when you have chest pain? I mean, if you just got back from the gym and you're doing chest presses, then obviously you know what you evidently can't chuck it up to. But say you weren't doing any heavy lifting or something, and you're wondering, well, what the heck? Maybe you should get something checked out. Please, there's nothing else that I can say more. I guess I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy with what I did. I did the right thing. And as much as I was pissed being at the hospital at the end of the day, because of that visit, I can endure more 4th of Julys, more time with my family. I think we all know what the outcome would have been if I would have, like I said, just chucked it up to chest pain, just muscle strain. So I want to take the time to share about, to share this moment, and please, just for the love of God, please take care of yourself. Please figure it out. Please, 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 because it is not. It is not. I don't think it's ideal. So, and yes, I know I do look like I'm fresh off the controller from playing Lego Batman and covering it. Yes, I decided to do this video because it's on my heart and on my mind, and I wanted to talk about this and tackle it now before I lose the enthusiasm to be doing this. So I hope you guys are happy, healthy. Take care of yourself. And as always, for me, like, comment, and subscribe. It does help me out. What also helps me out is you hitting that post notification button. That'll let you know when I upload a video. And also, what also helps me out is you watch my videos from start to finish. And yeah, so with that, I'm out of here. So see ya.